because I'm not here to waste your guys' time. I don't want you guys to waste my time, so I want to jump straight into it. Let me know if you guys can see my screen.
Hey, G.
Everyone can see it?
No.
Bet, bet, bet,
No.
bet, bet. Let me just add
Yep.
one.
Yo.
Bet. So what we're going to talk about today is omnipresence. Does anyone know what omnipresence actually means?
Present
Is that
everywhere?
Always present.
Yeah, so pretty much it's like the state of being everywhere at once. So being omnipresent is being a state of being everywhere at every moment at once. So, for example, posting your content on all platforms is an example of being omnipresent, right? So, what we're going to talk about, what is omnipresent and why is it important? Okay, so we've just discussed that omnipresent is the state of being everywhere at once. Um, for example, posting content on all platforms. And why it is important is because your boy had 25,000 followers and he lost that overnight. All right. We lost that overnight. And this is why it's so important to be omnipresent with whatever it is you do. Okay. So let me add all these people in real quick. Um, being in multiple, yeah, 100%. So let me, right. So if you think about it, if I never got my account back, right, I would have to start all the way from zero, from ground zero, start this all stuff again. So I want you guys to learn from my mistakes, having more established omnipresence for your guys' self, no matter what it is really, and how you can prevent this from happening. Um, what obstacles I kind of face, and how I can help. Hey, you got a question, bro?
Oh yeah. Can you post the same videos on all the different accounts on different platforms?
Yeah, so are you talking like TikTok, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, all those sort of things?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Like, I reckon you got to be careful with it though, because that is why I also got banned, was because I posted similar videos on my Facebook and then it came off as I was impersonating myself. So in this pretty much this session, I'll run you through like what not to do and what to do
Sure
and
that.
run through all that. So what I found was that if you have all your accounts connected to one, all those accounts will get shut down, right? So my Facebook was connected to my Instagram. So if I uploaded a video on Facebook, but it had nothing to do with my Instagram, my Facebook shut down, then my Instagram was down as well. Okay, so you want to make sure that it's all separate, and if one falls, it doesn't all fall. But I hope that does that answer your question, bro?
Wait, can I post the same video on all platforms and
Yeah,
like over and over again?
you can post the same video, bro. You just got to be careful with it.
Oh, not the same video, but the same, you know what I mean? Like each day, same video.
Oh, you
Oh,
mean like you post one video the exact same, you want to post the next one the next day, or
like when I go to post a video, like I can post the same one on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and the next day different one, but also
yeah,
same video and all. Oh, sweet.
yeah, 100%, bro. And I
Yeah.
think there's a training module in the digital marketing running through that on what to do and how to do it. So I would go through that um on how to do that exactly. So there's some free game for you as well. All right, cool. So obviously I lost 25,000 followers overnight. And this is how you're going to pretty much, start and building accounts across all platforms. Okay. What it pretty much starts with though, right? The followers, the money, the fame, that doesn't define who you are. Okay. And that's what I want to get across today is that no matter what you go through, if you lose your account, if you lose all the money in the world, no matter what, that doesn't define who you are. Okay. Your values as a person is a whole different is a whole different thing. Um, I'm gonna be back real quick. My bad. I had to get the boys in order real quick. But yeah, where was I going with that? What I was trying to go is that, 25,000 followers doesn't define who I am, right? The money, the fame, none of that defines who I am. Okay, so what I'm want to go about is that it starts with your mindset. Okay, so this person right here, this Nelson, working a warehouse job, playing basketball, is a different person to who I am now. Okay, and it's because of the mindset. Okay, that's the same person. That's still me, but the only difference is my mindset. Okay, so how can we be omnipresent? How can we have perseverance and a different mindset into what we want, really? Are we all on the same page of where I'm at, or am I just yapping at this point?
I get what you mean.
Bet, bet,
Yeah,
bet, bet.
got you.
Cool. So once again, it's the mindset, it's the perseverance, it's the vision and your why. Okay, so this Nelson here is a completely different version to this Nelson, right? And that's pretty much where we wanted to go about in terms of our mindset, our vision, our why, and where we want to be and that sort of thing. Um, okay. So perseverance, number one, right? Setbacks are inevitable, but perseverance is about reframing them as opportunities to learn and grow. Okay, so instead of viewing setbacks as failures, you should use these to guide you to where you want to be. Use these setbacks, these failures, um, as a learning curve, right? Me losing 25,000 followers was a learning curve for me, knowing that I should have had a backup account, knowing that I should have been posted on all platforms, that no matter what if I lost that, I would be fine, right? But because I went through that, now I know. Okay. So this is the importance of being omnipresent and also being able to persevere during certain situations like that. Um, and on that topic, you got to also like stay committed to your vision type thing. You can't really stop what you're doing. You can't really give up on what you're doing because you came so far. So why would you give up? Because a certain setback happened, because a hater commented on your video. Like, if anything, that should give you more motivation to keep going, right? So the whole idea of perseverance is having that, the vision steadied for you. And, the approach. It's common that, you know, if you have a flexible approach to what you want, the path you didn't expect usually results in the best results. If you really think about it, right? Think about the best moments that's ever happened in your life. It's probably been unexpected. Okay. It wasn't ever planned, or it wasn't ever, that's how it was meant to go. Like, most of the time, the best things work out because of something that didn't work out. Right. So this is the whole point of, being perseverance with all that sort of thing. Does anyone have any questions on that so far? No, sir. Bet, 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 bet. So now you want to envision who you want to become, right? So this version of me is the person that I envisioned I wanted to become. Okay. When I first joined, I didn't want the luxury things. I didn't want the fancy cars, the whatever it was. I wanted to just be free from my job, right? I wanted to escape the job. I wanted to be able to give back to my family, of course, because working a warehouse job, not able to do that. Okay, so you have to envision the person you want to be. And once again, it starts with your mindset. Like, everything always comes back to your mindset, having a positive mindset and persevering, all those sort of things, right? So this person right here and this person is still the same person, but the only difference, once again, is the mindset. Okay? Are we all getting what we're putting down? Bet, 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 bet. So this person, once again, same person. The only difference is the mindset. And does anyone know what North Star vision means? No one knows what it means? I bet. So a North Star vision is a long-term vision, one that is always there, number one, and it provides direction. Okay, so it is and a clear and visible vision of where you want to be. Okay, and it's pretty much how it defines success and keeps you focused. So a North Star vision could be leaving my job, okay, or replacing my income, or making 10K a month. Okay, that's a North Star vision. One you have to do in order to get that North Star vision, right? There's pretty much four steps. There's building the belief in the ability that you can achieve this. So one, you have to believe it. If everyone in here, right, you guys have all invested into getting the training, all invested into getting everything. If you truly don't believe you're not going to make it, you're not going to make it, right? So number one, it starts with having that belief. So you guys really have to believe in yourself that you will make it, no matter what you go through. And there's pretty much like studies have found that like 80% of success is from like belief, like just believing in that it will happen, right? So you're pretty much already there. Okay, so the next one is kind of visualizing, goal setting, and action planning. So all those sort of things, right? Having the action plan, having the visualization, having the goal setting, all of those sort of things will help you also in terms of the vision and the North Star vision. Okay, so the next one would be like how to overcome distractions and stay true to your goals. So for example, how to overcome haters. Okay, so if you ever come with a hater, how can you stay locked in with your vision? All right. So once again, it comes with the mindset, having that positive mindset, having that perseverance where you're going to think positively no matter what. Yes, I'm not perfect myself. I'll have negative thoughts, but through perseverance, I will get over it. What I mean? One comment's not going to define who I am once again. Okay. So the next one would be like, documentation again. You're going to document your whole journey of you leaving your job, making 10K a month, no matter what it is. You are on your mission for that vision that you're after. If you're on that pathway to success, you're going to be successful. And it's just meant to be. If it's no matter what it is, if your goal every day is to make your bed, you're being successful. But how can we have specific goals, specific success that we start hitting goals when it comes to ABC, when it comes to landing our roles, when it comes to generating income? Okay, how can you be specific with all of those sort of things, right? Are we all on the same page with that? Bet. Do we have any questions so far, or what's everyone thinking right now? My brother.
Hey Nelson. Yeah, like what was going through your mind initially when you lost the 25,000? I get it, in terms of my identity, but I'm even challenged by that, not because of my identity, but flip, like I only got a hundy at the moment, let alone 25,000, and to lose that as part of your main brand and things like that. Like what are some of the initial things that were going through your brain before you got to a healthy note?
Yeah, like I think it still gets to me at the moment. Thinking about it that like it could all just shut down. Um, but thinking back to it, honestly, I was in my own nutshell the whole time, if I'm being completely honest. But the only way I did persevere was knowing that I've made such a huge impact on other people's lives, not only myself, and I've made something for my family that if I give up right now, then pretty much day one, I'm letting them win. So the whole thing was kind of staying on staying on the offense of it. Staying, you know, the mindset I got told was control the controllable. Okay, so what can I control right now? I can't control posting content on my Instagram. I can't control um all of those sort of things, but what can I control? Okay, I can control making a new account. I still have my YouTube, so I pumped out like 3 YouTube videos. Okay, so I kind of looked at it as a positive thing, as like, okay, I can't do this right now. What I can do is focus on my long form content. I can focus on my YouTube. So my whole process was how can I still provide sort of thing was being omnipresent with my other accounts. Okay, so being everywhere at once on my YouTube, on my TikTok, all those sort of things, right? So once again, it came down to I'll say it, putting God first. I'll preach that. I put God first, put God at the center of my life, um, and then controlled what I can control. Okay, so the little things, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thanks, Docs. Awesome.
With Doggo. Sienna?
I feel like I'm the only person that doesn't know this. Maybe you mentioned it and I missed it, but how did you lose 25,000 followers
Yeah.
overnight?
So, my account got banned because my Facebook was connected to my Instagram, and I had also like three other Instagram accounts connected to it. And sorry, I had three accounts connected to it, and then my Facebook got flagged for impersonating myself. So so when I posted on my Facebook, I got banned for fraud and deception, but it's because it's impersonating myself on my Instagram account. So they banned my Facebook, and since my Facebook was connected to my Instagram also got banned.
Oh
So
shit. So did you,
she lagging, is that me?
No, she
No,
lagging, bro.
that's it, bro.
Yeah.
did you like email Facebook?
Yeah,
Sienna, you need
definitely.
better Wi-Fi. What is this?
Am I back?
You're back, you're back, you're back.
What did you do to get your account back? Did you just like have to email Facebook or something? Or
Yeah.
yeah,
So Loki, long story short, I actually paid 10 bands to get it back. Um, I knew that, obviously that's a large investment, and I knew I'd make that back though. So I pretty much had an inside person that could get it back for 10 bands. Um, this is why like this whole session is about some people don't have 10 bands to get their account back, right? So how can we be omnipresent of having multiple accounts that no matter if you get shut down, you're going to be fine. You don't have to spend 10 bands, okay? Because that's a whole a lot of money, you know what I mean? So, that's pretty much how I got it back. But there's multiple ways you can is being omnipresent, having ultimate accounts, or emailing Instagram, emailing Facebook, all those sort of things. But yeah,
yeah. Okay. That's crazy. So having it banned made you lose 25,000 followers, like just having it closed.
yeah. So like my account completely got banned from Instagram, so it got disabled and everything. So I lost everything with that.
Shit. Good thing you got it back.
100%, 100%. My boy Jared.
Really? I've got a backup account there now, but I've used the same email address, and then I've got a personal Instagram as well. So I've got three accounts under the same email address. But my backup's like flopping at the moment. Like, do you suggest just taking that down, use a different email address, and
Yeah,
then just start a new backup again?
yeah, 100%, bro. I wouldn't even
Okay.
risk it. Because that's what I found as well. Because it was the same email, the same number connected to all five different accounts that got my whole thing shut down. So if one account went down, all the accounts went down. Um,
Yeah, right. I'll make a
I
new
was-
one. Like,
what I found though with my alt accounts is that you can use a different email but the same number. Um, but I would test it because that worked for me, but it might be different for everyone else.
just
Luke?
Hey, bro. So, with your Facebook, were you like manually posting to Facebook, or were you like just sharing from Instagram, or you just doing it manually? What's the go there?
Yeah, so you know how they have that feature that connects to your Facebook and it can post there as well. I had that, but then I removed it, and then I started posting manually. And then when I was posting manually, it kind of flagged it straight away that I was like trying to impersonate myself. So we got to be kind of careful with that, where you know what I mean, like if you post something on Facebook, make sure that all your accounts is kind of separate to the other accounts in terms of the Gmails, in terms of the backup sort of things, right? So that's what I found. It might be different for everyone, but yeah, that's where I'm at with that.
Roger, bro. Cheers, eh?
All good, brother. Jacob?
Hey man, yeah, I've got an Instagram and a TikTok right at the moment, and they're just like pretty much exact copies, but there's a couple different videos on each of them. But do you think your account got banned because Instagram is technically owned by Facebook? Would that be a major reason in all this?
Yeah, so it was Meta. So Meta Business is connected to Facebook and Instagram, right?
Uh,
So Facebook, my Facebook got banned, so my Instagram got banned, right? So since all my
okay.
accounts were connected to the one email, it all got flagged and I lost everything. Um,
So are you suggesting either pick one or the other, or have different emails, like because it's a lot hard to. You got to pretty much set up a whole different profile.
yeah, I'll definitely recommend a whole new email for all different accounts, just in case one does shut down. You know what I mean? So, um, I want you guys to learn from those mistakes that I did make. So you can prevent, say your video pops up, bro, you get, 10,000 followers, and then you post the same one on Facebook, and then it gets shut down. And then since your Facebook and your Instagram's all connected, your Instagram gets shut down too. So I would recommend probably new email for every account. Um, or maybe just don't have all the accounts connected together. So you can have the same email, but you know how Meta Business is set up, how you can connect
Yeah.
Facebook and Instagram? I just wouldn't connect them together.
Oh, okay. But then
Yeah.
wouldn't that guaranteed get it detected for, copying content?
No, it won't guarantee it because like it's not connected through Meta. When Meta's suspects something off, they will like you will get it. You know what I mean? Like you'll get the messages, you'll get the emails, all those sort of things when it's connected. But when it's not connected, you won't really get it.
So not like YouTube Shorts, because I haven't even started the YouTube side of it. I've only done Instagram and TikTok. So does that mean if I was to start a YouTube with the same email, there's a chance that it'll just get completely just shut down?
For me, YouTube was never a problem. Only
Yeah.
Facebook and Instagram just because it's Meta based. Um, so I would I wouldn't avoid using Meta. YouTube is fine, yeah, 100%. Meta is kind of the thing that solidifies the two together. Whereas YouTube is
Oh,
a different platform, TikTok's a whole different platform as well. So you wouldn't have to worry about those ones as well.
okay. Thank you.
All good. Shana, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good. So, Nelson, on average, how many accounts do you think a person should create in each platform to back up?
So mainly you should have one account for all your mains to start off with. So your TikTok, your Instagram, YouTube Shorts, your Facebook, have that all set up on those, and then also have backup accounts for if anything did happen. Okay, so I would suggest having just one for Instagram, one for TikTok, one for Facebook, one for YouTube as well. So that's where you can create a whole new email for those accounts, but just don't connect them through Meta, Instagram and Facebook because that's how my stuff got messed up.
Okay, thank you.
All good. Luke.
Hey bro, it's Aqua. I was just wondering, when you started, were you posting straight to your personal Facebook, or like, do you do that now, post to your personal Facebook, or did you create like a second account, a business account to use Facebook?
Yeah, so I actually had that Facebook ever since I was young, so I used the personal one, so that might have done it for me. Um, but yeah, I used my personal one from ages ago. So I would probably recommend making a whole new one.
Yeah, cool. Did you get like much hate when you first started out and started posting your content? Like, did you get like all your friends or family like jumping? You probably didn't because like the community's so good, but yeah, did you ever get any hate?
No, yeah, I actually did. I think I got the most. Like I lost my best mate for 5 years. I lost my best mate. I lost I would say, yeah, I lost my girlfriend as well at the time. I lost like everyone probably, and it just made me want it more, to be honest. Like getting all of that hate made me want it to keep going. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
I thrive through hate. Like I thrive through it. And like, if anyone does face it, you should really like use that as like, cool, people are hating on me. Watch me not prove them wrong, but prove myself right. And that was my whole mindset with it, was proving myself right and not proving them wrong.
Oh man.
True. That's hectic. I'm probably looking at you now like, ah, fuck.
Yeah, like all of them has messaged me back, and like all I just leave them on scene. Like I don't really got time for that anymore.
Rolling back.
I'm doing my own thing, and you tend to get that as well. Like you start, what's it called, leveling up over certain people, and they envy you. They either support you or they'll envy you. So the only way you can go about that is actually doing it and seeing who will envy you and who will support you. So, that's pretty much how I got my small circle now, and it's through all of that.
Shot for that, Nelson.
All good. Joshua Jenkins.
Oh, shit.
Last name.
What did I go wrong?
You should.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Joshua.
With the second account, are you posting like the exact same content in terms of like the same background audio and the same editing as well? Or do you switch it up slightly to make it a bit different?
I would definitely switch it up, bro. There is a module in the digital marketing talking about account redistribution, as you don't want to post the exact same stuff. Ashid trialed this and it didn't do well for him, just because you can get banned doing that as well. Because once again, you're impersonating yourself on a different account. Okay, so you want to stay away from doing the exact same thing on a whole different account. Maybe change the editing, do something different with posting on alternate accounts. But yeah, that's what I would recommend.
Easy. Do you reckon just changing the audio would be enough, or is that not enough? You reckon to, I guess, have it come across as a different video?
Yeah, probably. See, I don't really control that myself. I have people obviously do that for me. They change the text style and the audio, so it's
Yeah.
it's a completely different video. And you can't really like tell that it's the exact same video where you copy it and then you paste it onto another account.
Didn't you
Yeah, okay. Easy.
Yeah, what do you reckon with like say your audience? How are they able to decipher a secondary account? You know how there's a lot of fraud and shit, and there's heaps of accounts that get made. How do you just like how are they meant to decipher which account is authentic and not?
In terms of like, this one's a real backup and this one's a fake one.
Yeah.
I think having main, like you're putting your main Instagram in your bio, saying like this is my main. You try to redirect them all to your main account. See, the ones with like fake accounts, they won't have that. They'll have like some trading BS in there or something else. So you can really see if someone's. I can pull up mine, for example. If I can get this out of the way real quick. But I can't get it up. But yeah, if you just look at my like backup accounts, you can see that I have my main account in there, and it's like main DM me this word on my main. So you can see like what's a real account and what's not a real account, really.
Yeah.
Appreciate
you, my boy.
All good, brothers.
Yeah. Love you, Nelson.
Love you, Luke. Ben?
Hey, brother. So when you're starting out, can you just roll with the one account and be like, yeah, this is my one account? Or you suggest having the multiple accounts? Because I was doing what you just said. Like sometimes I just keep my Facebook stuff, and then like my Instagram's like my life and lifestyle that I want to build on.
So what I suggest is, yeah, you can have your personal accounts, but you can also have like a digital dropshipping account on Facebook. So you still have your personal account, you just make a whole completely new account dedicated to your online business. And then you do the same thing through all the other platforms as well. Because this is the whole point of being, omnipresent, is being everywhere at once. That's posted on all accounts on all different platforms. For me, right, I didn't have that. I lost 25,000 followers and that's all I had. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to learn from my mistakes to, if you were to lose 25,000, you still have 5,000 on TikTok or 5,000 on Facebook. Your whole business doesn't shut down. You know what I mean?
Have you regained your 25,000 back?
Yeah, so I got my account back and we're pretty much sitting at
Oh,
30,000.
that's right. You paid the 10 band.
Yeah,
Um, that's awesome, brother. Cheers for the feedback.
all good, brother. Glad I could help. Daniel?
So what's the purpose of Instagram? You know, the whole being verified. You pay that monthly thing and you get the blue tick.
Yeah.
Like what's I thought that was to like a security blanket for those who try to scam you and whatever, but what's the purpose of even paying that monthly thing to be verified to get the blue tick?
It's also it's a status thing. You can also look at it if you see someone for verified tick, you think that they're number one, they're a real person because you have to go through screening of your identity. So one, it identifies you as a real person. Second, you get a status of a blue tick next to your name. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure Natalie could touch base on this a little bit more. And yeah, obviously you get more support. And just the look of having the verified tick next to your name is much better than having no tick, as all the scam accounts have no ticks, right? Because they can't verify you. Whereas the
Yeah,
account,
that's what I was thinking. I was like, instead of getting rid of your 25,000, your account, that would be enough, the blue tick, whatever, would be enough proof that you're legit.
yeah, I think it was because my Facebook was connected to my Instagram. So my
Oh,
Facebook got banned. And then since my Instagram was connected to it, that got shut down as well.
so Meta requires you to pay a monthly fee for Insta to look like you got status but they don't have they wouldn't transfer that same status thingy on Facebook as well, which they own.
No, they did. Like I had everything was the same from my Facebook to my Instagram, but Facebook thought I was impersonating myself through because there was multiple accounts of me, right? And they thought I was impersonating myself on multiple accounts. So
Okay.
Facebook viewed it as fraud and deception, and because my account's been suspended before for multiple reasons, they suspected it and then banned it straight away. So what I'm trying to get across is don't connect the accounts together. So if you're gonna have an Instagram, keep that account to just Instagram and have your Facebook separate to the Instagram. I wouldn't recommend connecting them because if one account shuts down, all your accounts shut down.
Okay. Thanks.
Cool. Sam?
So I've had my Facebook connected with my Instagram for ages, and it's been doing well, but I've just disconnected it because it was all connected through Meta. Do you
Mm.
reckon just posting like old videos from Instagram to Facebook and just don't post the same stuff, or do you reckon I'll still get flagged for that?
I mean, you could still get flagged, but since you disconnected it, that's a good thing because now you won't get
Yeah,
banned all the way. But if you do post old videos, be careful because I think that's also why I got banned was because I was posting old videos
yeah.
on Facebook. So
Okay.
be careful with it. But I would definitely just recommend uploading the new ones.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sweet. Cheers for that, bro.
Bet, bet, bet. Anyone else have any questions or we all good? Bet. So the next reason where we pretty much what we covered is, everything comes down to your vision, your mindset, right? No matter what. So this person right here and this person is the same person. The only difference is his mindset. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna cover, we covered perseverance, we covered vision. The next one is your why. Okay, it is very important to remember your why and have a strong why. Okay, so there's pretty much five things when it comes to having your why. Okay, so no matter what it is, whether it's you're a parent and you want to give back to your kids, or you're a kid yourself and you want to give back to your parents, no matter what it is, you need to have that strong why. Okay, so number one, you need to find your why. Okay, what is your why? It's good to have something to lean back on every single time something does go right, something does go wrong. You have your why backing you every single time. Okay, so you know, success begins with a clear understanding of why you want to achieve your goals. You know, your why acts as a fuel of persistence and determination. Okay, your whole everything that you do surrounds around your why and why you do things. Okay, so sacrifice, commitment, all of those things are going to happen because of your why. Because you're doing this for your kids, because you're doing this for your future, because you're doing all of this because of your certain why. Okay. I probably said why like a million times right now because I want to drill it through everyone's head that this is so important. And this is why I am here because I have a strong why. Okay. And it comes down to like, you know, overcoming certain things, self-responsibility, you know, hard work, all those sort of things. It wraps around to that certain key word of having a strong why. You might hear it all the time in motivational talks, have a why, but when you really deep it and you surround your whole purpose, your goals around it, then you will be, you know, where you want to be with it type thing. And, you know, I know we talked about earlier, is like what was going through your head when you lost that 25,000? What was, you know, happening when you lost all of that? Honestly, I thought back to my why as well. You know, I started this whole thing because of my, you know, give back to my family. It wasn't just for myself, it was for them. And if I gave up now, then they won. You know, everyone that wanted to see me lose, they were right. So how could I remember to stay put, stay on track or where I wanted to begin, where I wanted to go, sorry, was because of my why. Okay, does that all make sense to everyone? Bet. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to discuss. Was having a strong why, or why it's important to be omnipresent with your accounts, because just imagine one night you lose 25,000 followers, you lose all your accounts all in one night, and why it's so important to be omnipresent, which is being everywhere at once, you know, posting content on all platforms, on different on your same accounts, just on different platforms. Um, just appreciate it, brother. And then, you know, it comes down to also 25,000 followers doesn't define you, right? The money I make doesn't define me. The person you are doesn't define who you are. You know, this person right here is the same person as this person. The only difference that I want you guys to understand is the mindset. So the mindset of having perseverance, having a vision, and having a strong why will get to going from this guy working a warehouse job to flying first class in Dubai. All right. And that's pretty much where I want to set it at. Having a clear vision of where you want to be, having the perseverance to go through certain things and overcome them. Having a strong why, of course, and then putting that all together will ultimately, you know, make you persevere through certain situations and um push through. And obviously having someone like Marcel in your crib also helps. But ultimate factors of having a good community around you, am I right? Perfect. So next up is pretty much just a Q&A where you can ask pretty much any questions, whatever you want. I'll answer them. If you have any questions, I'll be able to answer them. Ben?
I don't know if you said it, but like for example, you going to the opportunity to go to Dubai and fly first class, was that one of your goals, or by you going to your why, is that eventually the payoff or like things that you can do?
Yeah, so funny story. You guys might know Alex Crane. He's I went to school with him, and my first week in like our first week in ABC, I talked about going to Dubai. Like we said, I'm gonna be in Dubai. I'm gonna be in all these places, but I didn't really think I'd be flying first class or driving Lamborghinis, all those sort of things. It was just a thought, but because I had a strong why, I made it happen because I visioned it. You know, I visualized it that I will be there. I will make it happen no matter what I go through, because I have a strong why. I have a strong vision. Because it all starts from visualizing it, right? Believing that it will happen. And then it will come back to your why being so important that no matter what you go through, you're going to achieve it.
And just with your vision, is that like when you before you start your day, you actually like thinking inside your head 10 minutes and seeing you actually do this and accomplish these things, or
Yeah, like your vision could be anything as small as like, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and make my bed. Like that's having a clear vision of what you want to do. But what you want to also have is a clear vision of your ultimate goal. So your North Star goal, your North Star vision is your long-term goal of where you really want to be. Do you want to be working your job in the next 3 months? Do you want to make 10K a month in the next 6 months? Those are your North Star visions that you want to have, right? So it all comes down to that.
thank you, brother.
Oh, good brother. Anyone else have any questions? Yo, Dante? I think you're mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yo,
And can you hear me too?
yeah.
Yo, how did you get your like first customer? So like when you first started, how did you yeah get your first customer? Were you just like posting videos and
Mm,
just like all that? Say like because you didn't have any like payouts or any customers or um like you know what I mean?
yeah. So how did I get my first like sale pretty much?
Yeah, yeah,
Pretty much, bro. I kind of just led with value the whole time. So obviously someone with no results, how can I have value if I don't even have results myself? Right? So
yeah, yeah,
I used everyone else's results as kind of the value that set it for them. Like
yeah.
if I could see the value in seeing other people's success, then obviously someone else could see that same value, right? You're obviously not going to get, if people don't see results from you, then they're not going to be as inclined to, obviously follow through. But if you keep showing results from other people, not just from yourself, you know, ABC doesn't just provide money results. It provides mindset results. It provides the community. All these little things are results that isn't just money based. You know what I mean? So providing
No,
value of like, for me personally, it was communication that got it over the line for my first sale, right? So my communication is improved ultimately because when I was in school, bro, I was never that outgoing guy. I was kind of that shy guy in school, like that guy at the back of the class who really didn't have that much confidence, right? So it came down to like my communication skills improved, my sales skills improved, all these sort of things into the real world, and people would notice that, right? People could feel that,
yeah.
and that's how I got over the line with getting my first sale. Was just leading with value, not just money value, but other aspects of it as well.
No, yo, no, 100%. Did you ever like fake it, like
Like,
fake like results of your own?
nah.
No,
Um, I wouldn't fake results because you could get caught out on that, all that sort of stuff as well. I was
yeah,
very
yeah,
transparent of where I was at. I was like, look, bro, I've made no money right now, but this is my boy Jasha killing it right now. This is my boy Lyric killing it right now. This is the power of what ABC does is like Lyric, Jasha, Christian, all the boys are all together right now because of community, right? So leading with value is that sort of thing for me.
no, yo, shot you.
Sorry, Doc, I didn't see you.
Nah, safe, safe. Nah, shot my G. Fucking, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All good. Jimmy?
Fuck. So I'm just starting to get out and get involved with like the content creation and everything. Do you recommend just starting a whole fresh account, or is it a good idea to stick with my account now and delete what I've posted on there, or is it best to keep it on there for authenticity?
So 100% anyone asks me this question, I'll say use the account that you have already because, bro, how much followers do you have on your account right now?
Fuck, I don't know, like 900.
And that's 900 potential customers right there. If you think about that, if you start a whole completely new account, that's zero customers. For
Fucking
me though,
man.
personally, I didn't even have social media when I first joined ABC. No, and I started from zero. But if I was to recommend, I would say like use your account that you have right now because you have 900 followers. There's no point in going from zero. You know what I mean? I mean, you can
Yeah.
do it, but it's either 900 potential customers or zero potential customers.
I mean, Shotty.
My boy,
Yo,
what's good? What's good?
uh, um, how long have you been doing this for, bro? Like, how long you been doing ABC, posting content, sales?
Yeah, cool. Good question. So I joined ABC, I think the end of March, the beginning of no, the beginning of March. So I joined ABC the beginning of March. I don't know how months. That's probably like 9 months, 8 months ago. I didn't
Mm,
post content for like 2 months, bro. I was one of those ones that said, "No, I don't want to post content. I don't want to do any of that sort of thing." So for the
yeah,
first
yeah,
months, I learned everything to do with sales. Um, setting role plays, closing role plays, uh, role play analysis, all those sort of things for like the first 2 months, understanding everything. Landing a role, I landed a setting role in my first week. Um, I landed another setting role my second week with a fitness program. And then after that, it was just all closing role plays until the point hit me where I was negative $1,000 in my account. And the only way I thought that I could make, you can make money doing setting closing, right? But that's kind of a long-term game. And I would definitely, what I went through, I would do that same thing over again. I wouldn't do content straight away. But if you
mm,
want to speed up your process, content is the way. Content is king that we always talk about because one, you can bring in your own leads and you're not working for someone else. And when you have the sales knowledge of what I had when I did start posting content, it became a lot more easier for me. Whereas someone like Vito, for example, he came into the game with straight content, but didn't know anything about sales. So
yeah, yeah,
it was like what I went through had to happen but because I hit such a negative point in my life, I had to make something happen. So I started posting content. I started tapping into my audience, which is obviously the Polynesians, warehouse workers, and I just made it happen, bro. But
yeah.
that's
That's crazy, eh?
that's pretty much the story, bro, for real.
Yeah. Thanks for that, eh? That's crazy. 8 months, bro. That's
Appreciate it.
amazing, bro.
Appreciate it, ganger. Benny?
So this is where I'm sort of stuck at. Not stuck at, but with content and starting to how did you decide like my type of things, mindset, health and and growth and stuff that I like giving back. I like doing good things on the weekend, like doing recovery, doing mad gym sessions. Is that the type of content I would start pumping out?
Yeah, 100%, bro. Because like the way I looked at it was like, who's Nelson? So the way you can look at it is like, who's Ben? All right, so who is Ben and why would I listen to Ben? Okay, so
Yeah.
what does Ben like? What does Ben do? What does Ben do for work? Does he like cooking? Does he like fitness? All these sort of things because it's authentic. Okay, that sort of content is really good in terms of like knowing who you are, right? So if
Yeah.
you look at someone like Alex Hormozy, people know him for certain things because he's really personal with his life and it's authentic. And it's also, if you look at someone like Vita, people know him because mustache cookies. They know him because he has a daughter. All these other things because it's authentic content, not just that he makes money online. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what you want as well as Ben likes cooking, he likes fitness, he likes all these things, and he also makes money online. You don't want your ideal avatar to be, oh, Ben just makes money online and he makes X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? So
Yes. So it's like this is my lifestyle. Not only can I create this lifestyle, I can make money from it.
yeah.
It's like a
So
win-win.
you want to lead with the end goal, pretty much what everyone wants to see. It's kind of for yourself, bro. Like if it's whatever you like, the lifestyle that you like, someone else also likes that lifestyle as well. Like there's how many billion people there are in the world. You'll be surprised to how many people actually enjoy what you do as well, bro. For me personally, it was like, all right, I was probably the first Polynesian in this space, and the way it got put to me was like, you have such an untapped audience right now that you could dive into this right now. And the only way you're gonna actually dive into it, bro, is if you take action. Um, and that's pretty much like for me, bro, and for you, I definitely recommend just understanding who you are. And once again, in the modules, bro, the digital marketing modules, it will go through everything you need to do in order to understand your avatar and who you are.
Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate that.
Got you, brother. Joshua Jenkins.
What you saying the last name for? What was the question? Oh, no. Lyric said when you post in the morning, you do all your videos like pretty much back to back to back. Yeah, does that sort of affect it at all in terms of the reach?
Um, did I say that? I think um I post at like I post in the morning, afternoon, and then night. I don't know what you mean by back to back to back, but I think you're talking about when
No,
I
J-Way.
Backwards.
Yeah, like so like some mornings I'll see your account and you like post all three reels like straight away in the morning, like or whenever the time is, I'm looking at it.
I
Like,
think those
is
are my
there
backup.
a structured
Those are
way
my
where you
backup
post?
accounts, no?
Oh, hey, I don't know. I don't see you too much, you sexy cunt.
Yeah,
But
no.
nah, you know what I mean? Where do you try to set your like? So if you post three a day, what
Yeah.
times will you be posting?
Um, Honestly, like the times don't really mean shit. Like the times don't mean anything, but I do try to spread them out throughout the day to um so first thing in the morning I try to post a video from the night before, and then my editor will have like hella videos for me to post anyways. And then I'll just have hella backlog videos that I can just like post from like in the morning, afternoon, and then night. And then you want I guess this is some free game here, but you want your best video to be at night because then the overnight viewers are going to see it. And then the morning people are going to open their eyes to that video as well. Um, that works for me. I'm not too sure if that's a strategy that is being taught, but I guess that's just some free game from me that I have a video that's popping off right now. It has like 400K views, 10,000 comments.
Yeah, cuz we're just watching that one.
Yes.
Mad.
So yeah, that's some free game there, really.
Shotty.
All good. Luke and Aqua.
Oh, just a question with your TikTok. Did you find like say you've got 20,000 followers on TikTok, do you find that there's much of them that actually end up going over to Instagram, or do you feel like all your followers from Instagram are just purely organic Instagram followers?
Yeah, bro. So I went viral on TikTok first. I had like hella videos go viral on TikTok that all went over to my Instagram. And then my TikTok got banned. So my TikTok got banned ages ago. So I just stopped posting on TikTok. And this is why it's important to obviously be omnipresent and have accounts on multiple platforms. Um, but then I grew my organic page on Instagram, which then made it a lot better because it was all organic and it wasn't paid ads, it wasn't paid promotions. It was all organic from just posting 3 times a day and or following the, you know, step-by-step guides on how to do it. But 100% the best way to do it, bro, is just have organic traffic on Instagram. Don't What I found is like if you post something on one platform, the exact same thing on the other, then it's like not going to crack the algorithm as well. So I would have like hella videos backed in your camera and then do different kind of upload it differently to your TikTok or upload it differently to your Instagram, as it will come off as a new video and not a copy and paste video.
Yeah, like you mentioned about changing the captions and audio and just small details.
Yeah, 100%.
Roger, bro. Cheers.
All good, all good. Dante, do you still have a question or is your hand still up?
No, sorry, Chief.
All good. Does anyone else have any questions?
I have one. Nelson, do you have an editor that edits your videos, or do you do it all yourself?
Yeah, so I have an editor right now. I have 2 editors running my thing. Um, But when I first started out, I did all my edits. I did everything else. I did everything. Most of my stuff was raw at the start. And it kind of worked out that way anyways, because people fuck with the authentic, real content more than the edited stuff. When I first started out, but investing back into yourself, investing back into the business is obviously something like an editor to get the higher performing edits. But for something like TikTok, the edits don't do really that well. It's more the raw content that does well on TikTok, whereas Instagram, they like their highly edited, videos that go viral, obviously. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, cool. How long did it take you to realize you needed an editor to like save your time so you can get most out of your day? Because obviously you've blown up so big, you've probably got so much going on. How long did it take you to realize that, oh, I'm gonna get me an editor now?
Probably when I was making my first 10K month. Um, like I was making all this money, but I was doing the same thing I was doing when I was making $0, right? So how could I buy back my time with the money that I do have now? So I think it came to realize when I started making a good amount of money that I invested it just back into the business instead of, on silly stuff. Buying back my time, leading all those sort of things. But hope that helps understand it a bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, man.
All good. Charlie, my boy.
So, so in terms of leading with value, um, how has that helped you grow as an individual behind the screens? And like, um, did you ever doubt certain things throughout your journey, scaling to where you are now?
Yeah, 100%, bro. As humans, we all have self-doubt, right? But with self-doubt, that's something that is learned, but it's also something that could become unlearned. And the way you're gonna able to do that is training your mind. So training your brain, because your mind's so powerful. If you truly believe that you can do something, your mind automatically thinks it's gonna happen, right? So obviously facing self-doubt was big for me, but having a good community around me was also even bigger, right? You guys might know Junior, the one that's plays for the Panthers. There was a time where I wanted to give up, and Junior pretty much jumped on the call with me for 2 hours. Mind you, he has a kid as well. Jumped on the call with him 2 hours, sent me like two paragraphs on why I shouldn't give up. And the very next day, I made my first coin. Like, if that doesn't go to show how powerful community is, if I was to give up and then I make my first coin, like it's kind of like you just gave up, but there's brighter days on the other side. And that kind of built up that perseverance for me. Is like no matter what I go through, I knew there were going to be better days. Right. So in terms of leading by value, it was more by leading by example. Right. So being the youngest in my family, seeing everyone else you know, go through certain things, not really leading by example. I wanted to be that person to lead by example for my family, right? Seeing all their mistakes makes me not want to make those mistakes. So how can I also do that for other people, have impact on other people's life by having that example, having that value that can be provided to them and leading with it, right? Obviously hanging out with Marcel, living Marcel, he speaks a lot of game and a lot of knowledge that makes sense because he likes to lead with a lot of value, right? And that's what I get living with Marcel. So surrounding yourselves with the right people, leading with that value also helps. I'm not sure if that kind of answers it, bro, but let me know if it does.
Yeah, no, yeah, that answers the question. Yeah.
Bet. Do you have any other questions or
No, it should be all sweet. Thank you.
all good, brother? Isaac?
Hey, bro, I'm pretty new here and it's going to be pretty irrelevant as well. But I just followed you on Instagram and I noticed Rafik cuts your hair.
Yeah, that's my barber.
Yeah, yeah, bro, he used to work for me when I had a shop in Brisbane.
True.
Yeah, yeah. Bro, have you ever thought about bringing him on board with this? Because I know he loves the yap, bro.
Yeah, we all have these barber talks about it. But he's Muslim, so he can't post his face, and that's what he told me. It's like, cause do you know like Adiban or all of that?
Aziz?
Hey,
You say Aziz or
nah, Adib, his brother.
oh, his older brother? No, no, I
Yeah,
haven't met his
yeah.
older. I met
They
Yusuf,
they
but not Adib.
Yeah, Yusuf as well. they always talk about it every time they come over or something, how they want to do it, but because something in the Quran or as Muslims you can't really post your face or do something like that that promotes money. That's what they were talking about. So that's why he didn't want to get into it. I think it was something along those lines. I didn't really dive into it much, but it was more about the posting content and putting your face out there in front of the camera and posting online.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But
But
I'm
yeah,
Muslim as well, and like as far as I know, there's nothing wrong with doing this because like there's heaps of Muslim create content creators out there as well. But yeah,
I mean,
Rafiq is definitely
you
like
could probably
he's
get him
definitely.
into this as well. You know what I mean?
I'm
Because
gonna have a word with him. I want to suss
that
him
guy
out.
loves to yap. That guy loves to yap.
Especially him and Yusuf put together in the same room. Fuck.
So
I reckon they'll be mad at making content, bro. Because every time they're in the shop, the whole shop just like lights up.
I made a video of like in a barber shop when I cut my mullet off, and him, Yusuf, everyone was in there, and it was the funniest video you've ever watched, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I'll try to look for it. I'll try to look for it. But yeah, pretty irrelevant. Sorry to like cut off your train of thought if I did. I doubt it. But
Nah,
still,
he'll
thanks,
good,
bro.
bro.
Appreciate you.
He'll good. He'll good. Nah.
I just wanted to say and give a massive shout out to Nelson, right, for coming on, having a session with all of you guys. I just want you guys to kind of say like what was the biggest takeaway from Nelson's session, him coming on board, basically sharing one of the biggest kind of setbacks you have had, which was losing the account, but then being able to get that back as well.
Mindset. Mindset. Hopefully it was mindset for everyone.
Yeah, committing to your vision.
Vision.
Awesome. We'll finish off with a couple questions and then I'm going to take over with the Legionary meeting, guys.
Perfect. Daniel, you have a question?
So many also, but I'd say my last one would be like, was there anything different that you've learned on how to recruit Islanders compared to any other group? You know, just any kind of top tips that stood out to you when it came to recruiting the Usos or the Tokos?
I think for me personally, it was just being myself. Like, I'm not, very Sapuso, uso, toko uso, falawi, or like all that kind of thing. Like, I'll pretty say I'm pretty plastic or I'm kind of all those sort of things, but I was just myself. And, the best way you can kind of do it is just be yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you can't fake it. Like, I didn't want to fake it and be like, oh, I'm the biggest, uso out there that's gonna, F up whatever, all these sort of things. I was being myself, and that's the only way you could really think about it is how can I be the best version of me? How can Daniel, put himself out there online that people are just going to resonate with him, right? So a lot of people resonated with me because one, I was a warehouse worker and I was Polynesian. So I dove into that a lot because that's very common, right? Polynesian working a warehouse job. And when I mixed the two together, that's kind of how I started to bring in, the niche, but also the vehicle as well, the avatar. Sorry, um, being Polynesian, being a warehouse worker, putting them together was, I guess, the key for me. If I was to answer the question,
It's also it's got to be a confident, bold man then.
Sekyusa. Lyric.
Yeah, I was just going back on what Nat asked what our biggest takeaway was. I feel like mine was how all odds are like stacked up against you, and you seem to persevere through everything. Because like I don't know if you want me to share like what you went through, but I won't talk on like behalf of you. But you know what I mean, like everything that you're going through in that rough time, you persevered and you're coming out on top again, and that's probably my biggest takeaway from this.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, pretty much what Lyric was talking about was like, not only did my account get lost, but like I was getting hella like threats, like death threats, life threats, not only to myself but for my family as well. And it was pretty big. Like it was a big toll on me. And then I obviously got sick, so I got food poisoning and I got a fever. So I got put in a spliff like 3 times in a single day, and it was like that for a whole week. And if anything, it made me stronger. Going through that sort of setback, and that's the only way you can kind of get stronger through certain things is going through a setback such as bad as that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Lennox,
Up, G.
sup
Nah, I
also.
just want to go back to Ned's point and what was the biggest takeaway. But yeah, obviously being omnipresent, having all those accounts to be a backup, and how you just sort of persevered through everything. What Lyric pretty much said, and yeah, you pretty much just didn't give a fuck what anyone else thinks, and you just showed them what's up, showed them the poly takeover.
100%. We had to lead with, results driven. And that's the only way you could shut them up was those results, you know what I mean? Like no matter what I would go through, I'm gonna lead with value, I'm gonna lead by example, I'm gonna lead through the results. Probably takeover, something that I started myself. And if I was to stop after starting such a huge movement, everything would go down, right? I'm pretty sure Lyric could touch base on this when that video dropped and everyone was all over the place. And then I dropped that certain message in and everyone will kind of like calm their heads. And it's kind of like when you're at the top, right, you're gonna get tested by God, you're gonna get tested by the devil as well. So the only way you're gonna be able to um elevate yourself and overcome certain things is going through the right way. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much where I'm going out with all of that. But I think that is the end. If no one has any more questions, I'm gonna let this go to Natalie now.
Okay.
So,
Thank you. You,
Appreciate it, bro.
I'll see you at dinner tomorrow.
Cheers, bro.
you can stop the recording now if you've got one going. Further.